I beg, I want to ask you something. Between man and woman, how they decide marriage?
If you ask me now like this now, between man and woman, who they decide marriage?
Yes,
Depends.
yes.
It depends.
Who they decide marriage between man and woman?
But if you ask me now, woman.
Why? Hello, my people. Yeah, now talk now free. Yes, today now I want one street question. I want go out of the street, ask people question, ask them between man and woman who they decide marriage. May we know whether a man or a woman they decide marriage. Then you will watch me now. You might get this question to answer. Answer your own, drop your own opinion for comment section. Make I know between man and woman who they decide marriage. Or now more go there, more go find out who they decide marriage. Or now let's go. I beg no verse. I may ask you. Between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Man na.
Okay. Why?
Na man supposed to propose to a woman.
Okay, now man supposed to propose to a woman.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bros, good afternoon. I beg, I want to ask you something. Between man and woman, how they decide marriage?
If you ask me now like this now, between man and woman, who they decide marriage?
Yes,
Depends.
yes.
It depends.
Who they decide marriage between man and woman?
But if you ask me now, woman,
Why?
because woman, if you say you no go marry you, you are dead. You go and find another person. So that is it.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Because I want to ask you something, simple question. I beg, between man and woman, how they decide marriage? Man. Why?
Man is a person who get the compound.
No, man, you won't have a family now.
Okay, so now man, they decide marriage.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Family.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon. Because I want to ask you a question. Between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Na man now.
Man. Why?
Na man dey in charge now. Na man God give power over everything. So na him go decide what thing go happen. Even if the woman decide, na nonsense when they do.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Good afternoon, man. Ma beg, I want to ask you, between man and woman, now who they decide marriage? Man. I beg, if you explain why, how, or why?
Because it's very important that a man supposed to have family.
Okay.
When a man decided to have family, he will decide to marry for him to make a family.
Okay, so now man they decide marriage. All right, thank you, man. Thank you. Ma beg, I want to ask you, between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Na man dey decide marriage na.
Okay. Why?
Reason be say na him know wetin good for am and na him know how im pocket e be.
Okay, so now man they decide marriage.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, I want to ask you a simple question. Between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Okay, particularly I can preside this man that can decide marriage.
Why?
Why? Because why? Fine. In aspect of life, we are made to understand that women has to do what we call monopole.
Okay.
But it has to do with man. You can proceed to 50 years or 60 years in being. You are good to go.
Okay.
So that is to say you can even less about delaying you being responsible. But when it comes to woman will need to rally around negotiating on who to tangle with.
Okay.
So that he will make sure he doesn't sit to his menopause stage.
Wow.
That is the only stage I know so far.
Wow. I want to ask you, between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Na man dey decide marriage now.
Why?
It's very simple.
Okay.
To start with, excuse me, it's man that decide marriage because as a man, you are the one that decide if this woman you end up with her or not. And secondly, if you don't go for a woman to get married to her, there's no how she can decide marrying someone. It's not possible.
Okay, so now man they decide marriage.
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, man. I beg, I want to ask a question, a very simple question. Between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Me I don't know. I go take answer that question. I never marry now, so I go take answer.
This man, you dey lie, yo. Good afternoon, man. I beg, I want to ask you something. Between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Who they decide marriage as in how?
Between man and woman, now who they decide marriage?
Wetin go happen for the marriage, abi?
Who they like I don't know as I want to ask you, like between man and woman, who they make where marriage they happen?
Na man now.
Man. Why?
Na man dey make marriage happen now. No be man house go live. No be man go come pay your bride price. Take you home. So na man dey make marriage.
Okay. Now man they make marriage.
Man self dey contribute sha. Because without the woman there no need of the marriage.
Okay, so okay. All right, thank you.